Welcome back everybody to another video. I thought I'd just make this video. I never really made a review on this Rotel processor, but since I want to compare this to the 8K processor by Marantz AV7706 in a future video, I figure I'll give this processor overview in 2022. I've had this for a couple of years now, so before I give you guys my analysis, I'll give you guys the quick specs on the Rotel. This was released back in 2018. MSRP at that time was at $2,400. I bought it for $2,499 before the inflation hit it. It is 11.2 channels from 5.1 to 7.2.4, Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, Dolby Digital, DTS, Neural X, and Dolby Surround. It has HDMI 2.0A, 4K UHD 60Hz, HDR10, HDR Dolby Vision, and supports 1080p at 120Hz. Now, for my pro analysis, for the way they sound, the harmonics sounds pure, clean, and streams of power. I paired it with the Rotel RKB-8100V2. It is 100 watts per 8-channel amp. And also, this Rotel processor produces accurately the audio for music and movies. As far as Rotel sound quality, it is superb with over 50 years of experience in the audio industry, so no need to worry about the quality of the audio. Picture quality is also superb. It is how it should be. HDR10, HDR Dolby Vision looks beautiful on the LG OLED C9 series. On a side note, when out of the box, when hooked up out of the gate, the subwoofer decibel is more on the lower tones, but that can be easily adjusted in the subwoofer settings. You can tell each speaker's channels has constant processing power coursing through without a hitch, meaning that for volume control, each decibels makes a great impact in volume as you turn the dial up or down. Some AVR or pre-processors for the center channel has the option to turn on center spread, which will allow more wider range of volume coming from the center. Others have the option to change the center dialogue to be louder or more clear. Although this Rotel doesn't have those features, no need to worry. It is not necessary. It is not needed because the center channel already by default is on the higher frequency. It's already loud in decibels. It's by default louder than the other channels already. When I'm running games, and I like to run games at 120 Hz, so my option to run 120 Hz will only be at 1080p natively. It is smooth and sounds phenomenal. Watching movies sounds great with HDR10 and HDR Dolby Vision. Music harmonics will not disappoint you. The build quality and durability is still as good as day one from when I picked it up. Now, for the cons analysis of this processor, there is no Xlr Pre-Outs, only 2 for the inputs. Even the model after this one, which is the Rotel RSP-1576 Mach 2 or the MK2, even that one is identical as far as inputs and outputs. It also doesn't have the pre-outs of Xlr, and this one is a lot more expensive. The Mach 2 is retailed at $3,700 roughly. Another con of this Rotel processor is the audio return channel. It only supports Dolby Digital and DTS, no Dolby Atmos. And another con is that there's no low latency mode or variable refresh rate support for gaming, and it does have the latest firmware update for this model, and give you guys my final thoughts. I know most people will not own this processor simply because A, it's hard to find, B, back when this came out, it was on the more of the expensive side. And if you compare the purchase price of this to compatible AVRs at that time, even though AVRs is not a processor, but AVR is a combo of a processor and amp, the AVRs at that time was just killing it as far as retail price go. So basically, you would more than likely choose AVRs over this processor, just for the simple fact that you get more for your money, you more bang for your buck when you go with the AVR. And I know that this is one of, but no, even all that being said, but know that this is one of the best processor that money can buy, and less in price if you were to compare this to other processors. It is a beautiful build, and it is my very first processor, and I am still happy with owning this processor. I will still recommend this processor for those who want a beautiful sounding harmonic with clean processing power, and of course pair it with a good amp. So subscribe for more on future videos. I'm going to do a comparison with this and the Marantz, and I'm going to talk about XLR cables in the future too. But that pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hooded Dragons out.